Boas maltinha, daqui com vocês é RubenK e sejam muito bem-vindos a mais um The Witcher 3 Blonde and White, a DLC Blonde and White. Bem, no último episódio basicamente nós iniciámos esta DLC e reparamos que há aqui uns problemas em Toussaint, que é a região onde a gente está atualmente, e anda aqui uma fera a matar pessoas, ok? E estamos a descobrir quem é. Entretanto, vamos aqui com a nossa Duquesa Ana Henrietta para tentar impedir a fera. Vamos lá. Se não sabes o que é que eu estou a dizer, checa aí o primeiro link da descrição, que é a playlist, e bora lá. Há mais um episódio. Fera de Toussaint. Ih, que grande bug. Anda,
the participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Push. Chove.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up.
Okay.
You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish. But I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Okay.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look.
Ah, tá ali, ok.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
Ah, ok.
The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Então bora lá. Ai, saia, que a gente tem pressa. Vai lá ter com o ovo da Fênix, que a gente... Que eu vou lá ter com o unicórnio e lá com o peixe dourado. Acho que tenho de usar o Axis.
Perhaps an apple will work, or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush,
Ready.
or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Usa o Axis. Axis. Burro.
Damn it. Come on, stay calm. Shh. Calm down. Easy now.
Well, that's hardly fair.
Flagrant
Tá com
cheating
pressa.
is what it is. Sirs, we must teach this scamp some proper sportsmanship.
Listen, we didn't break any rules.
True, he won fair and square.
We were unlucky, that's all. We must try to grab the next clue.
Ah, tchau, até logo.
gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Unworthy. Entirely inappropriate behavior.
What the?
Collapse.
Anda logo. Ah.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
Jolly. Doce. Caraças. Aqui.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
Rouba. Simples.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly course doth trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
Com licença.
A key.
Ok.
Bomb-botched wretch!
This ruins the game!
Ah, não vi nada. Eu simplesmente eu precisava de encontrar isso primeiro. Olha aí. Deixa-me fazer uma coisa aqui. Antes que...
Precisely is that?
An abstract.
Oh, peraí. Onde é que está, cavalinho?
Come on.
Vou-te chamar carpeada. Todos se chamam carpeada, mas foi.
How is it that your person does not feed him as well?
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
Que começo, quem és tu, tudo junto, a quarta nota sem um som agudo. Hã? Sei lá. Eu sei lá.
Let's see. Grown with ease gives us green, right? And mouse with a head of hard cheese. Greenhouse.
You're a genius. Several
Ei, acertei.
gardens, indeed, but only one. Looks, the key to it
Caraças.
looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is there. Let's go.
Essa realmente sou um gênio. Eu não sabia. Foi Não foi mais ou menos ao calha, foi mais ou menos ao calha.
Wait here.
Nem bem bom. Espera aí, ó, duquesa. Se tu quiseres, depois dou-te mais aquela chibatada. Oi? Oi? Que é isto? Uou! Que é aquilo?
What was that?
Vai saltar? A sério? Ai, 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 ai. Não me digas que é aquilo que eu estou a pensar que é. É um vampiro, não?
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Oh.
Plenty. Even more of the guilty, though. You're next.
I think not. You see, I've something to do still.
More murders?
Just one. Not counting yours.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ai, 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 ai. Whoa! Aí o gajo é difícil. Uou! Caraças. Sai! Morre bruxa, como diabo. É difícil. Oh my fuck. Que isto?
You want to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
Oh!
No, he's my friend.
What the fuck?
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis?
Whoa.
You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn, though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am. But not to worry, I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here, at least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Attends.
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Pois.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Oh.
Awfully good of him. But do I need to know this?
Yes. So you'll understand Dettlaff is no cold-blooded killer. I believe he's landed in some mess and he sees no way out.
What makes you say that?
Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders it so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Yeah.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Os vampiros são fortes.
Witcher,
We flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Sim. Complicado. Salvar. Eu nem sei há quanto tempo acabou de episódio, maltinho. Eu só vou fazer aqui uma pequena corte e já volto. Ainda falta.
Allow the Witcher to ply his trade.
Sleep strengthens, and
Olha
wine
aqui.
makes you sleepy. Ergo, wine strengthens.
Wines.
The guard brings peace to our domains.
Aí. Onde é que eu entrar?
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter?
Diz lá.
Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Ok. Queres alguma coisa? Ai, my god.
Here.
Vamos lá.
And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
Vai lá. Toma lá. 5 coroas.
My dear friend.
I've been told you're on a jaunt to Tucson.
Espera aí,
I
esta
do hope you don't
boss
overtax
e
yourself
Yennefer.
during a wine festival. The effects of such exertion at your age can indeed prove most detrimental. I've come upon some information which might be of interest to you. While browsing through a colleague's book collection, I found mention of one Professor Moreau of Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. The details I've come to learn are rather vague, and his laboratory's location remains a mystery. Yet his journal should at least provide hints as to both. It is said he was laid to rest with it in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the tome I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. Should you grow tired of sampling Beauclair's ladies, wines, and other exquisite delicacies, this matter might prove a fruitful diversion. Investigate at your leisure. Your friend, Yennefer.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Mas depois, obviamente. Oi? Está qualquer coisa aqui que eu não sei bem o que é isto. Tá, treta é o quê? Mas é aqui, certo? Oi?
Suckson's blunt to best. I paid too much out again.
Isto é o quê?
Greetings, brave hero.
I'm get.
I paid
For what?
our night. No.
Wouldn't mind a glass.
Oi? Isto é o quê? Acho que não me interessa nada daqui. Isto é o quê? Dá quê? 5%? Obrigado, até logo.
Well, see you later.
Go in peace for a night.
É, boa em paz, bom. Não é aqui. Isto é quê? Can menor. Anda cá, carpeado, onde é que tu vais?
Nothing to see here. Oh.
Bota. Ei, calma. Com licença. Com licença. Tenho aqui ferreiros. Espera aí. Deixa eu ver se eu tenho aqui armaduras melhores e essas coisas todas. Não é toda vez que se encontra aqui ferreiros. Aqui não. Agora. Estou todo baralhado. Oh, cada tem de dar a volta. Agora. Deixa eu ver.
Show me what you have.
Deixa eu ver. São espadas da treta. Isto é o melhor que tu tens? Nossa senhora. Podes ficar com elas todas.
Farewell.
No, see you later.
Isto é o melhor que tu tens? Meu Deus. Podes ficar com isto tudo. Onde é que está o cavalo? Não estejas a comer a erva do campo. Acho que não dá, não dá. Só vou falar com o Regis e depois vou acabar o episódio, ok, maltinho? Epá, isto a descer é bué pica. Bué. Ih, o caraças. Já está esperto? Ou que estás aí com coisas? Oh Deus, é por aqui. Peraí, estou-me a esquecer de uma coisa. Onde é que é? Este dá 5% e o grifo dá aqui 10%. Chance de desmembrar 100% adicional a cada monstro. Vamos tentar ver se isto é bom. Obviamente, dar aquele save.
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet. Regis! Damn it. Locked. We gotta go this way. This is it. Gotta be a here.
Uou! Isto! Oh my god! Oh, onde é que ela está? Ai, God. Oh my God. Ah, vai tu encher, moço. Oh, caraças. Caralho. Quanto é uma maneira de entrar na cripta? Sei lá. Ah, olha aqui. É qualquer coisa aqui. Ok. Oi. Oh. Oh my God. Oi. Tá, vou ter que dar a volta, é isso? Aqui.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Detlef wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out, but Bruxa had taken an interest in it.
It's Detlef's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Covenaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Covenaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both higher vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Oh, okay.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Ui, a mão ainda mexe. Jesus. O que é que ela vai fazer?
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned, him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Volta lá.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Everyone's got some secret.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe it wise at times to share one's secrets, unburden oneself to those one can trust.
This your sophisticated way of asking me if I trust you?
I prefer almost always to ask indirectly. It seems a test of intelligence, one you just passed.
Maybe you should go first. Reveal one of your secrets. After all, You vampires lead very interesting lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Sei lá. Como é que está morto? Exato.
Gotta ask you the big question. What everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Às vezes.
All right, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
That's what interests you most? Whether I'd like to be a witcher again?
Many things interest me, but we've not much time left. Please answer.
Never chose to be a witcher. Fate chose for me. Had it been my choice, I'd have picked a different profession. A profession where I wouldn't have to risk my life every minute of every day. Maybe even one that had earned me some respect.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
Só que não temos de esperar muito. Oh, lá está ele.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Huh.
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the whites survived entirely unmolested.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something.
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Vá. E bem, maltinha, vamos ficar por aqui, ok? Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se gostar, deixem o vosso like, inscrevam-se se são inscritos. Isto é tudo, com vocês a RubenK e fui!